bad. This wasn't like an all-time bad Dynamite or anything like that, but it wasn't up to the quality of the TV that they've been putting out this year. And I think there were a number of reasons for that. I think it didn't have the quality of wrestling that we've become accustomed to on AEW shows this year. Collision's just been fantastic. It's been the best wrestling show on TV. Dynamite hasn't been far behind. Now the opener with Blackpool Combat Club and FTR was a good match, but to me it was very clear that they were holding back and saving things for a future match, which we now know is going to be at the pay-per-view. And I speculated on that last week that it was like, look, none of these people were booked for the pay-per-view. You'd have to figure that all, if not most of them, were ultimately going to be on it. And that by doing a television match on Dynamite, I felt like that was going to be setting up another match at the pay-per-view. So once it became obvious about halfway through the match that they were probably going to go all the way and have the draw, a blind man could see what was happening here. And I do think that affected the overall quality of the match. I do think they held back to some extent and are saving some of their better spots for the bigger spot, which is the pay-per-view. So they go to the 20-minute draw. FTR hits the Shatter Machine just as time is running out. And then later on, they had a promo in the back, screaming and yelling that this thing is unsettled. And then the big pull apart as Mox and Claudio come back, and they do challenge them. FTR challenges them for the pay-per-view. So we're going to get this match again, and I think it's going to be a better match at the pay-per-view than this one was. And this was a good match. This was by far the best match in the show. This show, other than this match, I thought had abysmal wrestling. This had abysmal wrestling. This was just not a good wrestling show at all. And some of that was